Hi guys, welcome back to Guru Beauty. I'm Jodie and I'm back from IMATS Sydney 2012 and wanted to share with you everything that was in my wonderful bag here. I had a brilliant time. I was there on the Saturday from opening until close. I met so many wonderful people, fellow YouTubers, subscribers and viewers, as well as some makeup artists that were doing demonstrations or working the trade booths for the show. Ray Morris was there. I did get to see Kevin James Bennett's presentation. He was showcasing his Royal and Langnickel Revolution brushes. Also saw a fantastic demonstration for Editorial Beauty by MAC. Sat next to Nicole Thompson herself for the presentation. That was really fun and just had a wonderful time. A few things worth noting is that not only were Illamasqua pulled from the list of exhibitors probably a month before the show started and way after tickets did go on sale online, which was disappointing. I was really looking forward to Illamasqua being at the show. They had fantastic deals last year, but also NYX. NYX was on the online list of exhibitors right up to the date of IMATS, and certainly the program that we were handed at the door did include NYX in the list of exhibitors with a map of where they would be. They apparently did a no-show, and this is not the first time. I've heard from others who were at IMATS last year that NYX were also an advertised exhibitor and did a no-show. So extremely disappointing. I know a lot of people that I saw on the day, it was the first thing that they mentioned, how disappointed they were that NYX was not there, and I think it's especially disappointing hearing that it's the second year. I know a lot of you are looking forward to the haul. So here we go. The first place I came across was Naked Cosmetics. X-Sparkage here on YouTube has shown several tutorials using her Naked Cosmetics loose pigments. I did see them at IMATS in New York, but they were offering really fantastic deals on the day. I think online, each one of these stacks are about $80, and I think the deal I got was maybe closer to $20 for a stack. So I thought that was a fantastic deal. The colors are absolutely gorgeous, and just like all the various stacks of pigment colors that you would have seen around the place, they're very versatile. They can be mixed into nail polishes, they can be made into lip balms, and of course you can use them wet or dry on the eye. Naked Cosmetics actually offers their stacks with various bases that you can use them with. They have one for lips. It's called Glossy Lips Clear Base, and in fact Kevin James Bennett in his presentation said that this just makes a fantastic balm. He starts every makeup job, the very first thing he does is apply this balm from Naked Cosmetics on the lips. The other base I got from them was their matte shadow base. They blend really nicely. You can use them wet or dry, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. So really wanted to try these. This one is in Heavy Metal. This one was the one that was on top of my wish list for the day. This is the one in Sierra Nevada. Just really nice neutrals. This one is in Mother Nature. Very popular one here in Naturally Nude. This one's called Ebony. It's got a lot of darker, more jewel type tones. Reminds me of some of the shades that you see in the current Urban Decay Smoky palette. This one's called Cabernet Blush. And then this final one is called Urban Rustic. Really pretty colours. Loose pigments like this can be a pain to work with when you're rushing to get ready for the day, but a really beautiful pigmented opaque colour that blends nicely and is just really nice and versatile when you have the time. So I did also go by BLYNC Lashes stand. They were offering deals on their own brand of BLYNC lashes, and then they also had red cherry lashes, and the deal they were offering on the red cherry was I think 6 for $20, so I did go for that. I got 2 pairs of the 523s, really nice. I got 2 pairs of the 503s, a pair of 600s and a pair of 16s. And I have heard really nice things about red cherry lashes, never used them before. Then I went by PM Studios, and PM Studios was carrying Makeup Forever, IT Cosmetics, and I think Face Atelier. I was not able to find the palettes that I had my eye on for Face Atelier, so I did get a few items from Makeup Forever. First one I've been umming and ahhing about for years because of the cost of it. Even in the States, this Makeup Forever 12 flash color case, it's just a case of all pigmented cream colors you can use on the eye, on the face, anywhere you want a really pigmented cream colour base. This retails I think for about $99 at Sephora, I think around $135 from PM Studio at a regular price, and they are one of the few companies in Australia that do offer Makeup Forever online if you are looking for it. They had a show special for this of $88. So because it was less than any US recommended retail price I've seen, I definitely thought that it was time to pick it up. Fantastic set of colours, really nice. It's going to last a very long time. You get a really good amount of colour here in the flash colour case. I did also get a Duo Matte powder foundation. I've heard really good things about this. I got this in the colour 203. It does come with a mirror. It is a pressed powder foundation and it does come with a sponge on the flip side. Looking forward to using that as a setting powder. I would probably wear that over a BB cream or a liquid foundation, just the same way I'd use MAC's Studio Fix powder. I've heard really good things about that for oily combination skin, for oil control. I did also pick up one of their Aqua brows. I chose this in the colour 25, and basically this is a liquid brow product. It's a really cool tone, so you're not going to be walking around with red chestnut colour brows. It is waterproof. And then I did also pick up one of their lip colours. This is the Aqua Rouge range, and I picked this up in the colour 15. You can see it's a cool blue toned pink. One end has the colour and then the other end has the clear, and this is meant to last all day. I have seen really good reviews on that. And then I was really happy to see IT Cosmetics on the list for PM Studio this year at IMATS. I have a couple of pretty much holy grail products from IT Cosmetics. I've only ever found them at Ulta in the States, and also from beauty.com, which is a US site that only ships to the US. They have a fantastic, I think it's called Bye Bye Under Eye Circles, something like that. Fantastic concealer for under the eyes, really pigmented, really creamy and light reflective. And they also have a fantastic Bye Bye Pores loose powder. I use that and love it. It's great for oil control, but it does also help to smooth out the pores on the face. Both of those products are fantastic. They have a really small range of products, but what they offer I think are really fantastic. Emily Noel here on YouTube also sings praises for IT Cosmetics. They don't get enough attention in my opinion. They are cruelty free and made in the USA. I got their powder foundation here. They call this one the Celebration Foundation, and I got theirs in the colour medium beige. Again, like the Makeup Forever, you've got a nice mirror, the powder there, and this one does also come with a sponge on the flip side. After PM Studio, I hightailed it to the Hakuhodo stand where I saw the beautiful Ali Sang here from YouTube. I'll definitely post a link to her channel down below. She's lovely. Of course we would bump into each other at the Hakuhodo stand, and some of the brushes are not as expensive as you would think. I did end up picking 4 brushes, I think for a total of 120, so not the top of the line range, but I think I did pretty well with brushes that I will use most days. I got one face brush. This one is the J110. They have a slightly shorter one that I think Tanya Burr from Pixie 2 Woo has. I got this one mainly for blush. It's just, it has slightly longer bristles. It's really soft. Now, one of the things that's going to frustrate me about these brushes from Hakuhodo is that they don't list the number on the brush. This one here reminds me of the MAC 239. It's the B004 BK SL. Just a really nice size for packing colour on the eye, and because of the bristles and the shape of the bristles, you certainly could also build an outer V with it, and it's stiff enough also to apply shadow under and above your lash line as well. So this will be a really versatile everyday brush. I love my MAC 239 and think that this will remind me quite a bit of it. And then I did also buy a couple of their tapered eye brushes. They do remind me looks wise of a couple of Ray Morris's brushes that I have in her large set. This one here is the larger of the two. I really love a tapered crease brush. This one is the G5522 BK SL. Really lovely, fluffy, tapered crease brush. This is one that I would use every single day for blending out the crease and building the outer V. And then I basically have that same brush in a smaller size. This one here, like a pencil brush, is the G5534 BK SL, and if I hold them next to each other, you can see how they compare there. This one is not as dense as you would imagine, but it's going to hold its shape and really give you a nice defined crease if that's what you're after. So really happy about those 4 brushes from Hakuhodo. It was the first question out of most people's mouths when I saw them at IMATS. What did you get from Hakuhodo? I think everyone knew that I was going to be heading to that stand. The other brushes that I picked up at the show were from Royal and Langnickel. I picked up their Dome Synthetic Powder, CR203. This is from their S.I.L.K Pro range. Fantastic for the purse. I have a couple of these sort of in round kabuki, but this one is one that's more of an oval shape. So if I wanted to keep that in my purse more for bronzer or blush, really happy to have a nice closed brush that you can load in the morning and pop it in your purse and it's ready to go without having to take the blush or the bronzer with you as well. I also did pick up a couple more of these mini shader C471 brushes from the Royal and Langnickel S.I.L.K line, and these are just fantastic for precision color when you want to get right into the very inner corner. If you're putting several colors on the lid, this is just fantastic for precision. I got a couple of these at IMATS in New York in April and have just loved it. I've used it much more often than I even thought I would, so I got a couple more of these and they're really nice. Very inexpensive from Royal and Langnickel too. Then I did, despite my best intentions, go to the MAC Pro store. They really had a limited range of stock on hand that was on offer, and much to my disappointment, despite the fact that I got there before 10 or 11 on the first day, they were out of stock of one of the items on my list. It was the Prep and Prime Skin Brightening Serum. Really disappointed that they were out of stock. And then I did also want to grab another couple of the MAC lip liners in Stone. That is a pro color in America, and disappointed that I think no one in Australia has heard of that, so I don't think even MAC Pro carries that. They did have the empty 15 pan palettes that you can put your MAC eyeshadow refill pans into. They were on sale there. For anyone who is looking for them, they did say that you can call the Chapel Street MAC, go online to maccosmetics.com.au, call the Chapel Street store, and you should be able to order the 15 pan palettes if you are after them from Australia. I'm not sure how much they are, but they'll be able to help you there at that line. If I can find that number, I will put that down below in the description bar. Really, I just picked up a couple of staples from MAC Pro. They were offering a 20% discount on the day. I did get a MAC Cleanse Off oil. I also got another Fix Plus spray. I did pick up another 239, and I'll just hold it against the other brushes that I was showing you before. So this here is the Hakuhodo that I said reminded me of the 239. You can see it's just a little bit more tapered, obviously a different fiber. The middle one is the smaller packing brush there from Royal. It came out last year, and they have one that's available in all brights and one. And then I did also pick up another spare eye kohl in the color Teddy. That's their brown equivalent for Smolder. I do have another one of those on the go. I really like it. I do have to work it a little bit to get it creamy, so I'm hoping that that one's a little bit more creamy because it really is supposed to be as an eye kohl. And then I missed out on this chromographic pencil when it was available in the last limited edition collection from MAC, just the regular MAC, and it's a permanent one with MAC Pro. It's their NC15 NW20 chromographic pencil, and of course you can use that one not only on your inner rim, but you can also use it on your upper lash line. You can use it to highlight your Cupid's bow. I thought that that would be handy to have. Then I did go to Scotty's Makeup and I picked up a couple of Ben Nye products. I was so disappointed that nobody had the Ben Nye Loose Banana Powder. I did see a general Ben Nye stand there. They weren't selling anything, they just had their whole range on display. So I got to play with the banana powder and it did look very fine, it did look very smoothing. I'd found one stand that was stocking it at the show, and I think by maybe 9:30 on the Saturday, the first day of IMATS, they had sold out. They'd sold their last bottle minutes before I got there asking for it. So that was sort of the top of my wish list for the show, and they didn't have it. So it's really inexpensive. I will just have to get it online. It's no problem. I was just saving that for IMATS. But what I did get from Ben Nye was the Media Pro HD Compact Powder in Banana. So I'll see how that one goes. That might be good as a finishing powder anyway, just in compact form. And then I did also get a pressed colour palette. I had a list of a few of these, but I opted just for one. So the one that I got was sort of just the best of all worlds. This is their Essential Eyeshadow and Rouge Palette, ESP 952. And and just a beautiful neutral palette. Really happy to have that. They're gorgeous pigmented colors. You get a lot of product, and I think they were selling this one for $70 at the show. And then the last thing that I got from IMATS, again, was not going to go to Inglot. Inglot was packed out for most of the day, 5 people deep, and then once you actually got to the front of that and asked them for what you wanted, you then had to go and join another big mob for a cattle call. Basically, when they called out your name, you'd go to the front and pay for it. It was an interesting setup there. It was really busy and chaotic for the first half to 2/3 of the day, but then everything died down by mid-afternoon, and I was able to walk right up and just ask for what I wanted. And when I saw that they had a show special for the 40 palette, which I did not see at the New York IMATS. These came out last year, and they have one that's available in all brights and one that's available in neutrals. They do have some missing pans, you can see here. There is a lot of similarity here in a lot of the colors, but there is a lot of product, and you're going to get quite a bit of use out of this for neutral looks. Fantastic palette to take for a wedding or a school formal where you're just wanting to keep the eyes nice and neutral. But what I really liked about this is the fact that they're all matte. So the really colourful one that's in the 40 pan pre-made palette, and then this neutral one that's pre-made in the 40 pan palette, is all matte. My Inglot shadows are mostly shimmery. It's mostly the shimmery ones that are available in the Australian outlets, and they're beautiful eyeshadows. I just haven't been able to access a whole lot of mattes from Inglot, and really happy to have this to add to my Inglot collection. Inglot is just beautiful. So that was everything from IMATS. I hope that you enjoyed it. I have tweeted and posted on my Facebook page, facebook.com/gurubeauty, that I did actually bring back an extra suitcase with me from Sydney this year, and the other half of the suitcase after this IMATS stash was from various items that I picked up around Sydney, and I will be making a separate video just to show you the rest of the products that I picked up in Sydney. I would love to hear from you if you have tried any of these products. Also, if you were at IMATS, I cannot wait to see your IMATS haul video. Or if you don't make videos, definitely comment down below. I'd love to hear from you what you picked up and also what you thought of the items, or if you have anything on your wish list already for IMATS next year. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye.